Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. It's 1:26 p.m. on May 24, 2023. I received an article today that is worth discussing. Islamic Jihad chief. Gaza commanders were killed because they carried cell phones. But before I get onto the article, please hit the thumbs up. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Hit the thumbs up to combat the cyber stalker that likes to downvote all of our videos. And let's get into it. Islamic Jihad chief states that the Gaza commanders were killed because they carried cell phones, dismissing claims that the terror group was infiltrated. Ziad Nakala blames the quote-unquote negligence of fighters who Israel was able to track. It's just an interesting article. This is not anything about who we're talking about, just the fact that they're being tracked by their cell phones, just the way we are. So the fighters who Israel was able to track, the top leader of Gaza-based Palestinian Islamic Jihad, offered rare insight into his terror group's latest conflict with Israel, saying that senior members killed in the fighting negligently kept their cell phones with them. Ziad Nakala, who is believed to be living in Syria or Lebanon, offered the analysis during an interview with the Haya Washington website published on Tuesday. Nakala was asked whether Islamic Jihad had been infiltrated, with the interviewer noting top commanders were killed despite efforts to conceal their whereabouts. Isn't that interesting, folks? It's like us. We're being tracked. It doesn't matter where we go, we're being followed. So he says, quote unquote, "This was done with the enemy's technology and tracking. We committed mistakes that the enemy seized on," Nakala said, dismissing such a possibility. The admission of mistakes was unusual for Islamic Jihad, whose messaging typically favors pathos over particulars and claims the ultimate invincibility and righteousness of its cause. Despite all the measures that are taken by our fighters and our commanders, who are at the minimum shouldn't use phones, unfortunately, the brothers do not adhere to these necessary instructions in this field. So I am certain that there was no infiltration, he said. There is complacency regarding the use of communications. Unfortunately, I say that our brothers were negligent in assessing the situation and how the enemy monitors these devices, Nakala added in a rare rebuke. Isn't that interesting, folks? His interviewer pressed him on the issue, noting, "Leaders are assassinated while at home, where they had presumably adhered to a no cell phone policy." Nakala offered a twofold explanation. Initially, he asserted the dead commanders did not leave their homes at all, but the Israeli military held its fire after the initial rocket launches on May 2nd, creating a, quote, "an atmosphere of calm." And it seemed that they, the slain Islamic Jihad leaders, were able to visit their families in a secret way. But unfortunately, it was without taking other security precautions, as the mobile phone is the most dangerous thing because it is a mobile spy whose carrier can be located easily by the enemy, Nakala reiterated. See, we've been saying this for a long time, folks. Now, this leader is stating the same. And that's the end of the article. So I'm just going to read that last sentence again, folks. But unfortunately, it is without taking other security precautions, as the mobile phone is the most dangerous thing because it is a mobile spy whose carrier can be located easily by the enemy, Nakala reiterated. So what are your thoughts on this, folks? Do you think your cell phone is your mobile spy? I know that when I go to sleep at night, I turn off the Wi-Fi and cover up my phone. I cover up the camera section. I generally don't carry my phone with me. But they're tracking me anyway because I've got implants all over my body and they're locked onto me. But I'm really interested in what you have to say, and I will link the URL to this article so you can read it for yourself. And let me just show you the title again, folks. And again, I don't have any interest in this war that they are fighting. It's not my thing. But I find it really interesting that they're talking about the cell phones is what caused their leaders, their commanders, to be killed. Because they were able to be tracked through those cell phones and the cell phone carriers. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, signing off for now.